Did I enjoy my stay at the Grand Budapest Hotel? Well, that's an interesting question because I am not quite sure how I felt about the Grand Budapest Hotel, which is Wes Anderson's latest film. I like Wes Anderson. I'm not a gigantic fan like some other people are, but I appreciate his work. I appreciate his style. I think it's fun and quirky. And I feel like his other films, the ones I haven't seen all of them, so the ones that I particularly really like would be Moonrise Kingdom and The Royal Tenenbaums. I've also seen Rushmore. His other films that I've seen have more of a heart and a story and a core message, emotions that kind of leave you feeling something at the end. And the Grand Budapest Hotel, I saw it last night, and I'm sorry to say that I've already kind of forgotten about it. The Grand Budapest Hotel is a fun movie. It's enjoyable, it has its moments, it makes you chuckle. It's very, very, very stylized though, and that's what his films are known for. I'm not complaining. I think it's brilliant, I think his style is brilliant, and the details in the look of the film, the color, and the set and the costumes and everything is just, really, really beautiful to look at. But it's also kind of distracting when it's done to this extent that it is in this movie. It's almost like, am I supposed to follow this story, or am I supposed to pay attention to like all of the intricate set pieces and everything? I just find it a little bit overbearing in this movie. Yeah, distracting, even almost gimmicky, and especially with this gigantic cast, and everyone in it is really good. But the fact that they have to have this gigantic cast for this, everyone's playing like the smallest of roles, it's just a little bit distracting and a little bit, again, kind of gimmicky. It's like these characters in this movie are a little bit cartoony, some of them a little bit unnecessary. There's a little bit of a lack of genuinity, I guess. However, the Grand Budapest Hotel is about Gustav H., who works at the hotel, and he has his lobby boy, Zero, who's played by Tony Revolori, is a new actor who fits pretty well into this Wes Anderson world. And Gustav H. is played by Ray Fiennes. I think it's one of his best performances. I think he's brilliant in this movie. I think if not for this character, this movie would fall apart. I think he's the only thing worth watching in this film. All the other characters are kind of just arbitrary and one note. His character, however, just carries his whole film. He really is someone that is really likable, that you root for, and his dialogue is great. He's a really great character, and that, him alone, is probably the sole reason why I found this film any enjoyable at any capacity. So he entertains older women at this hotel often, and one of them suddenly dies, and he gets accused of her murder, and it's basically this whole thing where he has been wrongly accused of murder and stuff, and there's this whole painting involved, and it's kind of a simple story, but the way Wes Anderson goes about it, it's very convoluted. There's a lot going on. There's too many characters. There's it's like a little bit in your face and a little bit like too much, and it is funny in parts, but it's not ever really laugh out loud funny. Yeah, there's not really any huge laugh out loud moments. It's more just like, oh, haha, that's funny here and there. It's clever, it's quirky, it's very Wes Anderson, but it's kind of like Wes Anderson to the max, like amplified volume. It's very intricate, it's very detailed. I admire his work ethic and his drive, and I don't know, like his perfectionism, but it's just a little bit so set in place, so perfect, so laid out, that it just makes it kind of hard to connect that much to anything in it. It just seems like very much like a painting. Yeah, it just seems very, very much for the sake of the aesthetic of it, and not so much for the heart of the story. It does take a bit of a sad turn towards the end, but just the way that the story is told, it still makes it kind of hard to really feel much for it. Like, I did feel sad, but at the same time, it doesn't leave an emotional punch, and I saw it only last night, and I've already kind of forgotten about it. It's the kind of movie you watch once, you kind of enjoy it that one time you watch it, but you don't ever need to see it again. I don't know, I don't even know what my expectation was for this movie. I feel like This movie is almost exactly what I would have expected it to be, but I just didn't like it in the sense that I thought I would. I generally like his movies, so I thought I would really like it, but it left me feeling a little cold, I guess. It's just like not totally satisfying as a film. It is in some ways, as I said, his aesthetic and everything, but at the same time, when you do it too much, it becomes a little bit overbearing and distracting and takes away a little bit, I guess, from the story. I don't know. That's how I feel about it. Let me know what your thoughts are, because I feel like a lot of people are really liking this movie. So I guess I'm just the black sheep yet again. But yeah, that's my review of The Grand Budapest Hotel. I'm giving the movie a B-, and I'm Adriana. My blog is Fresh from the Theater. Thank you so much for watching this review. If you like what you see, please subscribe.